Hello, welcome to another edition of Ask the Chiropractor. So today on Ask the Chiropractor, we get asked this question a lot, primarily on the telephone more than in person. But people call us and they say, "Hey, I've got sciatica," or "Hey, I've got a neck pain," or "I've got a headache." And before I come in, I want to know, how many times do I have to come? People always want to know that answer. Like, if I have this condition or that condition, how many visits are needed before we even meet them? And unfortunately, that's an impossible question for us to answer before we meet you. The reason it's impossible is because we need to know the health of your spine. If you have horrible posture and you have a rotated neck, the two bones rotate, become misaligned, and then put stress on the nerve, what we call subluxation. So if you've got multiple subluxations in your neck and you've got horrible posture in your neck, it's going to take a lot longer to take care of you than if you just have, say, a subluxation on one level. And looking at you or talking to you, let alone on the telephone, or just looking at you is really hard to do. We have to do our chiropractic examinations to find these answers. This usually means an exam and x-rays and stuff like that. The other thing that makes it more complicated is, how long has it been there? Is this something that just happened 2 days ago? You got a car accident 2 days ago, or this headache's been bothering you for the last 10 years. You've tried every other type of healthcare. You've given up, and now you're going to try chiropractic. And by the way, I want the chiropractor to fix this in 5 visits. You know what I mean? It's been there for 10 years. So those are some of the factors that also come into play. And also, I mentioned a car accident. We take care of people in car accidents all the time. The situation with a car accident is, what if you got hit going 30 miles per hour versus got hit by maybe a drunk driver going 80 miles per hour, and you've already had a history of neck problems before? So that would be two different outcomes. Exactly correct. So when people call us and ask us how long does it take to come in, or how many times do I have to come in for this or come in for that, it's a very complicated question. And that's the job of the chiropractor, to come up with a care plan and a recommendation for you. Now, how do we do that? Well, we take into account your health history. I mean, have you been in a lot of traumas? Have you been in a lot of accidents? We take into account your overall health. Like an ice hockey player gets hit a lot, the hockey team, but those guys are really healthy, really strong, and they spend almost their entire time working on their bodies. Where the rest of us, we don't have that kind of time because we have a different job. So we're not paid to exercise and stay in shape like they are. So those are complicating factors. Other complicating factors, let's say you have a scoliosis. So that's going to be a lot more challenging to take care of you, right? Because there's so much more stress. Another complicating factor would be arthritis. What if your spine's already got thin disc and degeneration? That's going to take a lot longer to take care of you than just the average person. Another complicating factor would be an autoimmune disease. Ankylosing spondylosis is a common thing that we see in a chiropractic clinic. That's definitely going to complicate things with your autoimmune issues. So these are all complicating factors. But on the positive side, positive things are, what if you exercise every day? What if you have a good balanced diet? What if you take your fish oil and your vitamin D every day? These are things that are going to make you heal faster. So when you come in the office, we want to get to know you. We want to get to know a little bit about your health history, primarily because we want to see, what does it take to get you better? Well, we have to get to know you before we can answer those questions. Another thing we hear from time to time quite a bit is, I go to the chiropractor, and if I only had to go once, for some reason they make me go over and over again. And I always laugh about that because, the same thing's true with my exercise gym. You can't just go once and become in shape. Or say what my dentist makes me do. My dentist makes me brush my teeth twice a day. Can't you just get them clean the first time? So when people call me up and say, well, I only want to come once. If you can't fix it once, I don't want to come. I usually tell them not to come because it's not going to work. Just like physical therapy. When I had my shoulder surgery in 2010 or my elbow surgery in 2014, I couldn't just go to the therapist and say, hey, I only want to come one time. If you can't rehab my shoulder that one time, I'm not coming back. That's not how it works. It takes repetition over and over again to learn new behaviors and new patterns. Not to say that we're going to have you come in here 100 times or 3 times a week for the rest of your life. That's not what we do. But it does initially take some repetition of patterns. And that's up to us to figure out, again, based on your health history and you. So if you got a question about chiropractic and you want to hear the answer straight from a chiropractor to get a real chiropractic opinion, let us know. Send us a message, shoot us an email, give us a call. Go to our website, rockforddc.com. Ask the question there. Hit contact us. We'd love to have your questions. Again, I started this podcast and these videos because all too often people will go to a healthcare provider to ask them questions about chiropractic, but that person's not a chiropractor and has zero chiropractor training. No more than me as a chiropractor should you come in here and ask me about whether or not you need your wisdom teeth removed. It's outside my scope. I don't understand wisdom teeth or why they're even there, honestly, or why, how they grow. I would ask my dentist friends those questions. So if you have a question about chiropractic, always make sure you ask a chiropractor to get an honest answer. If you can't, it's up to you to find an honest chiropractor, just like it's up to you to find an honest dentist to ask the same dental questions to. That's what we're here for. So if you have a question, go ahead and shoot it out to us. We'll come back here every week to do another one of these videos. Also, the first Tuesday of every month, I do a podcast and a webinar on a deeper dive into the subject. Tomorrow night, I will be doing one on chiropractic and some of the research about chiropractic and hypertension. So make sure you come back and find us there and learn more about chiropractic and hypertension. Till then, stay healthy, stay strong. If you need anything, you know where to find us. See y'all next time.